Saturday morning, guys. Hope all is well in your world. It is all well here at Enough Said Sports. Want to talk to you about a matchup that's going to be coming on tomorrow. It's going to be Game 7 between the Atlanta Hawks and the Philadelphia 76ers as the series shifts back to the Philadelphia 76ers area there in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And it's going to be Game 7 there. Now, want to talk to you about what happened last night. Obviously, we were able to cover last night. Good call by us on that one. We had Philadelphia -3. We also had the under 219.5 in this one, and both of those worked out in our favor. Atlanta jumped on the Sixers early, jumped out to a good lead. They got off to a really hot start. Thought they shot the ball really well, shot it with conviction. Trae Young came out on fire, did a phenomenal job last night early, and got him out to a pretty nice lead there. And then slowly but surely, Philadelphia grinded their way back into the ball game and worked their way back in. I thought this game was really, really interesting. It didn't go quite like how I thought it would. I certainly didn't see the Atlanta Hawks getting out to that hot start because I had the under. So I was really concerned about that after the first quarter. But Atlanta slowed way down on the scoring as Philadelphia clamped down defensively on them. And they just slowly grinded their way back into the game. I thought Joel Embiid played really, really horribly yesterday. It was a really bad game. That's not a real good sign for the Atlanta Hawks moving forward into Game 7 because I don't think you're going to see Joel Embiid play as poorly as he did last night again, especially in a Game 7 situation. I think that, they missed an opportunity last night. I think Atlanta's opportunity to win this series was last night, and they should have taken advantage of the fact that Ben Simmons was in foul trouble. And Ben Simmons also is still got the yips at the free throw line. He's horrendous, man. He's crazy. I mean, I want to put an APB out for the guy, a missing persons report, and see if anybody can find this guy. I mean, this is unbelievable how terrible this guy is playing. And quite frankly, Seth Curry saved their bacon last night. That little flurry in the third quarter there when he hits 4 straight 3-pointers back to back to back, I think that kind of changed the momentum of the whole game. Obviously, Atlanta did a great job fighting their way back in. Trae Young, led by Trae Young, they got it back, squeezed it back down to 1 right there late in the fourth quarter, but they just didn't have enough gas to get it home, unfortunately for the Hawks. And I really have first I want to say, too, I have a ton of respect for this Atlanta Hawks team led by Trae Young. I feel that they have played all the way even above their maximum abilities at times, and they're just doing a phenomenal job. Nate McMillan is the head coach, doing a phenomenal job there, pushing all the right buttons. Trae Young's playing unbelievably well, and has played unbelievably well throughout this whole series, this whole playoffs. I thought they did a phenomenal job against the New York Knicks. I thought that the Knicks and Hawks were pretty evenly matched. The Hawks just played so well; they just blew them out of the gym. It's unbelievable, and the fact that they got 3 games off of Philadelphia at this point, considering that the huge disadvantage that they have talent-wise and ability-wise is pretty phenomenal. But with all that being said, unfortunately, they're up against a better team, and that's what I keep saying. And Philadelphia keeps proving it over and over and over again. This series probably should be over by now. If Philly doesn't blow back-to-back, 20-point plus leads there, this series is over at this point. And the reality of it is that, in a quarter century, 25 years, that's only happened 5 times. And Philly's got 2 of those times here in the past week. So if that gives you any indication of the historical relevance of what it is that the Philadelphia 76ers did by choking the game away with the Atlanta Hawks, those 2 games. So just not taking anything away from the Hawks, but they're just overmatched here. Now, moving forward to this next game, it's going to be Game 7. Philadelphia's favored by 7 points. The over-under in this one is 217.5. 7 points. I'm going to tell you guys, hear me when I tell you this. I know 7 points seems like a lot. I understand that. I get it, because the Atlanta Hawks not only have been close in a lot of these games, like they were last night, they won 3 of them. So I understand why people would think that 7 points would be a lot. But consider this. 2 of the 3 games that Atlanta won, they came back from 20-point plus deficits. Okay? What that means is that team is just better than you. You keep falling behind by these huge deficits the way that you have, because that team is just flat out better than you. All right? And that's just, it's not any disrespect to Philadelphia. To Atlanta. They're just not as good. They're just not. They don't have the personnel that this Philadelphia 76ers team has. And Philadelphia is going to cover this 7 points, okay? Also consider this. Last night, Joel Embiid, you can't get a worse game from Joel Embiid. You're never going to see a game like that from Joel Embiid in a playoff series, probably ever again, unless there's some kind of circumstance where he's really hampered by injury of some sort. I don't think the knee was hampering him. I just think he had a really bad game. You're not going to get that again. I'm going to step out on a limb and say you're not going to get 4 points or whatever it was Ben Simmons gave you. That's not going to happen again, okay? Atlanta's in serious trouble in this Game 7. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he may not even be available for the next game. Not that, he's been much of a help lately, because he's been shooting very, very badly and all that good stuff, but he's still a great shooter. And, like I always say, shooters shoot. And eventually, if there's great shooters in a slump, they're going to shoot their way out of it. I don't know if he's going to be able to play. He's very questionable. That's a problem, okay? There's all kinds of problems here. Embiid is not going to play that way. Philadelphia is going to clamp down defensively on the Hawks in this game. And I think the Philadelphia 76ers is going to have an offensive explosion on Sunday. So I got Philly minus 7 right now. Even if the line goes up to 8 or 9, take Philadelphia in this particular contest to cover this. Also, the over. I like the over in this game, 217.5. I do think Atlanta will be able to score some points here in this game. But I think Philadelphia is probably going to go over like 120, 125, something like that. And I think, Atlanta's at least good for 100 or more. So I like the over in this contest overall. So I got Philadelphia minus 7.5, and I got the over 217.5 in this one. And I also just want to say one more thing about the Atlanta Hawks. I want to give a shout out to all the Atlanta Hawks fans out there. You guys are awesome. And, I love interacting with you in the comments. I know that sometimes the comments can get a little heated or whatnot, but just know that I really enjoy interacting with you guys and really, really appreciate all your support and your comments and your opinions. And hey, even if we disagree, we can disagree as friends and still enjoy the games. And it was bittersweet victory last night for us. I was kind of sad for Atlanta a little bit because, man, I really like Atlanta a lot. And I honestly, would prefer the Hawks to win this series, to be honest with you, because I just like Trae Young. I like the young team, the shooters around. But, here at Enough Said Sports, guys, we're objective, brutally objective. Whether we like a team or not, we just tell it like it is. And unfortunately for the Atlanta Hawks, this is the end of the line. But I'm going to tell you, a lot of kudos has to go out to them because they've had a phenomenal season, and they are to be respected for sure. So that's what I got, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Really, really, really appreciate all the support. We're growing like crazy. We're on a nice little hot streak. We went 3 out of 4 yesterday. We didn't quite get the parlay of the day, but we got 3 of the picks right on the parlay of the day. So it was really good night. Really proud of everybody, and we're going to keep on plugging away. We're going to keep on getting ourselves paid. Remember, guys, follow us on Twitter. I'm leaving the Twitter handle in the description there. Follow us, guys, for live alerts. Sometimes we do live alerts during the games as far as live betting opportunities, and then also if there's any alerts that come out throughout the day, that way you guys aren't missing anything. I know a lot of you guys missed out on a couple of the alerts earlier in the week that we were able to cash in on, so make sure you give us a follow on there so you don't miss out on anything. So thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Have a wonderful Saturday, and have a wonderful Father's Day weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I'm going to drop a few more videos here as we had a lot of action last night, so just be on the lookout for those. Thanks, guys.